What's going on, everybody? Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Pitts from Pitts and Push Sports Talk Radio, Pitt Sports Zone, coming to you from the Hilton with Lincoln University. And before we get into it, you already know I got to shout out the sponsors. Shout out to Staples for printing all of our banners, our yard signs, our A-frames. We appreciate you. Thank you for your sponsorship. And also, shout out to Smart Water. We thank you for keeping us hydrated during these times, because yesterday was a long day, a very long day. So thank you again for your partnership. We appreciate it. Let's get into it. How you ladies doing today?
I'm good.
If you can, introduce yourself to the listeners and viewers.
My name is Leinayiah. I'm from Lincoln University, and I'm a utility.
You from Lincoln University?
Maryland, Silver Spring, Maryland.
My name is Aliya Rose. I also play at Lincoln University, and I play outfield, and I'm from Maryland.
Okay. What year are you?
Junior.
How about you?
Junior.
Okay. And you're both from Maryland?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go ahead and delve right in. Why Lincoln? Well, you know what? Before I ask, I'm going to save that for last.
Okay.
Right? Before attending Lincoln University, did you know or were you already informed on what HBCUs were and the culture of it?
I knew what it was to a certain extent, but I always knew I wanted to be around family-oriented people that looked like me. So I knew for a fact I wanted to go to HBCU.
Okay, how about you?
Yeah, I knew about HBCUs, and I didn't, my first thought wasn't HBCUs, but I'm glad I chose one, but I knew about them and everything like that.
So both of you are juniors, right? Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the process from freshman year to sophomore year to junior year, right? Take me through some of the things that you've learned about yourself during these moments.
So my freshman year was a rough year. It was a rough time for me. I had trouble adjusting. I think that was one of the biggest learning moments for me, to know that it is possible to adjust, but again, you have to take your time and trust the process. In my freshman year, I did not trust the process. So sophomore year was a lot better for me. I, took my time, trusted the process, went through trial and error, tried to figure out, what worked, what didn't work. And then also be in a space mentally where it's all right, you failed. Okay, so what you gonna do with it? Keep going, keep pushing. Now, junior year, I think, has been my biggest growth moment so far. I'm doing pretty well on the field right now, and understanding that, you can prevail through, tough times.
Absolutely. Yourself?
For me, it was a little flip. So my freshman year was actually really good. I was starting center field as a freshman, leading off, all that good stuff. And it was a good year. Last year, actually, I had 2 months where I was out of it. I just wasn't playing well in the field, at the plate. I couldn't get right. And we tried everything. I just couldn't get right. But after a while, with the help of my teammates, with the help of my family and everything like that, I got back to it, and I ended up making first team. So something must have worked. Something clicked. So
talk about that adversity, right? Going through adversity moments and how that helped you, and how that has, gave you the limits to propel beyond, the things of what didn't go right at first.
It was definitely a lot of adversity I had to overcome. It was more so I was getting mad at myself, because it was the easy things I couldn't do, catch a ball right to my chest.
Yeah.
So it was really hard on me, and I got pulled out games, riding the bench for a while. So I just had to swallow my pride a little bit and focus on what I could control rather than what I couldn't control, and that really helped me the most.
Absolutely.
I think for me, it was just knowing that, I am an athlete that can do the things that I'm being asked to do. It was just seeing it and realizing that, once you're put in these situations, you can't tell yourself you can't. Right. You have to tell yourself you can do it, and go out there and just stop thinking and just do it.
Yeah. When you talk about, softball being a team sport, how important is it for the chemistry of the team to be a united and collective front?
I think it's important to have chemistry on the field. You don't have to be best friends off the field, but definitely make sure that when you're on the field, that the 8 behind you have your back. Yeah. You know that, if something does go wrong, that your team is your sisterhood for you to rely on. And, when you're going through those tough times, and as a college athlete, you have to have a support system. And who else better than people that, go through the same process that you do, have the same schedule as you do on the field. It's you have to, I think chemistry is very important.
Absolutely. So
I'm going to have to agree with LJ. Chemistry on the field, definitely important. You have to know your teammates, know what they're going to do, know their ranges, know what you need to do to pick them up if they have a bad day, know what you need to do to keep them up if they're having a good day. Mm-hmm. So it's really good to, especially chemistry on the field. Like she said, you don't have to be best friends off the field, but on the field, you need that chemistry, especially in the softball environment.
What are some of the things that you're looking to work on for yourself individually going into this season?
For myself, I'm working on, like I said, controlling the controllables, not trying to do too much, just trusting the things that I can do, trusting things that I know I can do, rather than like trying to go out of what, trying to do extra stuff. Just do what I know I can do and just trust it.
Yeah, trusting the process.
Yeah.
How about you?
I would say definitely for me, it's all mental. I think mental health is super important, and if that's not in the right place first, then you really can't do nothing. But for me, it's knowing, if softball is a sport that I play, finding an outlet outside of softball, finding things that you can do to, keep yourself together on the field. I think that's been working for me. Just, when softball, when you're done with the game for the day, just be done. Just, do something else, and then when you're ready to step back on the field, just be present in the moment.
Yeah, and it's funny, you're the second person. A student athlete from Bluefield State mentioned that earlier when they talked about the mental health aspect of it. And I think that's something that we overlook, right, and we don't give enough credence to. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what that meant to you and why it's so important?
Yeah, I think for me, freshman year, mental health was extremely important. I wasn't taking it as serious as I should have because I was always used to just, I'm the person that's smiling, laughing, and all of that. So I think with people like that, you have to check on, a little extra harder because it's like you never know what somebody's going through until you actually sit down and take the time to be like, all right, what's going on? What do you need? And also the people that's smiling, just like for me, the people that's smiling a lot, for me, I felt like I had to do that because, I had to pick everybody else up around me. So knowing that, with the people that's on my team and the certain teammates that I do have, I don't always have to be the strong person. I can lean on my teammates, and it took me 2 years to figure that out, and now I got it.
I understand what you mean, when you talk about, smiling when you don't have to. It reminds me of Paul Laurence Dunbar. He's a poet, right? And he has this poem titled "We Wear the Mask." And a lot of times it's really based on, smiling and trying to be, when you're the encouragement for other people, and you pour so much into other people, and then you look for that in return, but you have to, pour into yourself.
Yeah.
It's hard to pour into yourself when you've spent it on helping to pour into other people. So, I totally agree. What about you? Your thoughts on the aspect of mental health as it pertains to just you in general as a person, but also your mental health, the importance of it to propel in the sport?
I think mental health, like Elder says, also it's really, really big. I'm also the same type of person. I'm gonna make somebody else smile before I focus on myself. More so worried about my teammates than myself, and that kind of becomes a problem sometimes. But me personally, I have the mindset where it's like when it's done, it's done.
Yeah.
Like I might be bad for a little bit, but I'm always gonna laugh something off.
Yeah.
One thing I'm always do is laugh and smile. Maybe some people might not like that, but I'm always laugh or smile about something.
Absolutely.
So my whole thing is just like to laugh it off. It's never that big. There's always something bigger, and your mental health is more important than the game. So no out or no mistake is bigger than what you got going on in your mind, and that's the most important thing at the end of the day.
What are you guys most looking forward to this upcoming season?
Keep going from what we had last year. Last year we made it to the playoffs for the first time in a while. Even though we didn't get the outcome we wanted, that's like a stepping stone for this year. People have seen us. People know what we can do now, and this year's about just like keep going. Like nobody, not letting the doubt get to us, and just keep going.
Absolutely.
I definitely agree. Definitely, stepping it up from last year, trying to go get this ring.
For sure.
I would also say, just having fun, chemistry on the field and just having fun, just playing softball the way we know how to play softball. I think that's honestly one of the biggest things that we're figuring out now, just stepping on the field and just having fun with your team.
When, this tournament, the CIAA and the SEAC softball tournament, how important is it and how does it help prepare you for the upcoming season?
I think it's really important for us specifically just because I know that we've struggled in the past. So coming out here and seeing, the growth that we have accomplished and seeing all the stuff that we, work on in practice, finally, coming out on the field, it's important for us to see that we as a team can do it. And I mean, we do have the pieces to do it, and this year is supposed to be our year.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be our year.
This is our year.
This is our year.
How about you?
I think that coming out here and performing how we know we can perform will be really good to see how we'll do in the season. It's a good thing to see what we have, see how it works, see how the pieces come together when we're actually playing teams that are going to make the competition we'll see in the CIAA when we play our people. So I think it's going to be good.
All right, and lastly, right, Lincoln.
Well,
Right.
Lincoln.
Why Lincoln? For that student athlete who's looking for, the next step in higher learning, You know, they play softball and they're looking for that university that they want to take, you know, their next journey to. You know, why Lincoln?
For me, the first reason why I chose it was for their criminal justice program. I enjoyed seeing, the academic part as well as the athletic part.
Yeah.
And then also, I knew for a fact I wanted to go to HBCU. I knew that I wanted to get the culture, the family experience, getting all of the things that I never got at high school, just understanding, like, there is something bigger than just going to school. You get the culture, you get the cookouts, all the interesting see the music,
Yeah.
the community that literally looks exactly like you.
Yeah.
And then seeing the people that come from Lincoln, going to places, being lawyers and things like that. Those are things that we can accomplish too.
Yeah.
I also chose it because I knew that I just wanted to, also go to school, have fun. And Lincoln's not too big, but it's also not too small.
Yeah.
So you see the same faces every day, but it's not where you can't find new people
Right.
in the midst of it. And then also the class sizes. I liked, being one-on-one with my teacher and also being around different students that I see continuously every day. I think that was really what's so.
Absolutely. How about you?
For me, I went to PWIs all my life,
Okay.
from kindergarten to 8th grade to 12th grade. So nobody knew I was going to come to HBCU. Nobody expected it. I didn't even expect it, but I'm glad it did happen. But I chose Lincoln. I liked the campus when I first went on the campus. I loved it. She said I like the size of it. It's not too big, not too small. It's just right, like Goldilocks would say.
Yeah.
And then also I like the people I was around, the connections I've made, not just like my peers, but also the adults on campus, from my advisors to just other people that I've been around. And then also, like, it's just like, it's a family. Like, everybody you meet at Lincoln wants the best for you.
Yeah.
They might not say it in the ways, but everybody wants the best for you. Everybody always wants the best for you, from coach to, like I said, to the academics, everybody. And yeah, it's a really good place to be. It's good culture, good community. No problem so far. So
Well, I appreciate you ladies for taking this time to sit with me. Best of luck this year in this upcoming season. You already know what it is. Picks from Pits and Push Sports Talk Radio, Pit Sports Zone. Listen, the Lions, Lincoln Lions. Let's get it. Lincoln University is going down. Pits and Push Sports Talk Radio, Pit Sports Zone, Blue TV.